Welcome back to Coins Tool. Today, we're going to talk about a fascinating penny from 1977 that could be worth a whole lot of money. If you've got a 1977 Lincoln Cent penny with the right characteristics, it might just be your ticket to a fortune. We're talking about a value of up to $70,600 in today's market. Sounds unbelievable, right? Well, stay tuned, because in this video, we're diving deep into what makes this penny so special and how you can find one of these rare, high-value coins. The Lincoln Cent penny, first issued in 1909, is one of the most common coins you'll find in circulation, but there are certain years and mint marks that make some pennies much more valuable than others. One of those rare years? You guessed it, 1977. The 1977 Lincoln penny, though widely circulated, is still a coin that sparks interest in the numismatic community. While most 1977 pennies are worth just 1 cent, certain ones, depending on their condition, mint mark, and errors, can fetch a staggering amount of money. So, what makes the 1977 penny worth so much more than its face value? There are a few key factors that determine its worth. First, let's talk about mint marks and how they can affect the price of a penny. All U.S. pennies are produced at one of the U.S. Mint's facilities. In 1977, there were 3 primary mints that struck pennies: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Most pennies from this year were struck at the Philadelphia Mint, which is why most 1977 pennies have no mint mark at all. However, pennies struck at the Denver Mint are marked with a D, and those from the San Francisco Mint have an S mint mark, but just having a D or S mint mark doesn't automatically make your penny valuable. The rarity of certain minting errors, condition, and demand for the coin will determine how much it's worth. Let's dive deeper into those specifics. Point 1: of the most exciting reasons why some 1977 pennies are worth so much is due to minting errors. These mistakes during the production process can make a coin much rarer and, therefore, much more valuable to collectors. For example, one of the most valuable 1977 pennies is one with a double die error. This occurs when a coin is struck twice, causing the design to appear doubled on the coin. It's a strikingly obvious feature when you look closely at the date, the lettering, or Lincoln's features on the penny. If you find a 1977 penny with noticeable doubling, especially on the date or the phrase, "In God We Trust," you could be sitting on a real treasure. The value of these double-die pennies can soar well above $100,000, depending on their condition. Another error to look out for is the off-center strike. This happens when the coin is not properly aligned during the minting process, causing parts of the design to be cut off. Off-center pennies can be worth hundreds, even thousands of dollars. Now, let's talk about condition. The better the condition of your penny, the more valuable it will be. Coins are graded on a scale from poor to mint state. Pennies in uncirculated or mint state condition are the most sought after by collectors, as they are free from scratches, wear, and discoloration. If you have a 1977 penny that looks almost as good as the day it was minted, then you've got a much more valuable coin on your hands. In fact, an uncirculated 1977 Lincoln penny can fetch several $100s on the market, especially if it's one with a rare mint mark or error. So, what is the current market value of a 1977 penny? Well, for most 1977 pennies in average condition, you could expect them to be worth just a few cents. But as we mentioned earlier, the real money is in the rare ones. As of today, a 1977 penny with a significant error or one in pristine condition can be worth as much as $70,600, or even more in some cases. That's right, some of these pennies are fetching astronomical prices at auctions. But remember, not every 1977 penny will be worth that much, only the ones with special characteristics. Now, you might be wondering, how can I find one of these valuable 1977 pennies? Well, It all starts with checking your pocket change. But don't stop there. If you're serious about finding rare coins, you might want to get a magnifying glass or a coin microscope to check for errors that are hard to spot with the naked eye. Be sure to examine the date carefully for any doubling or off-center strikes. Look at the lettering on the coin as well, especially the words Liberty and In God We Trust. And of course, check the mint mark. If it's a D or S, that could also add to its value. Before we wrap up, let's go over some final tips if you're hoping to cash in on your 1977 pennies. Examine your coins carefully for minting errors like double dies or off-center strikes. Keep your pennies in good condition. Consider using a coin holder or flip to preserve them. Check online marketplaces, coin shows, and auctions to track the current value of your coin. And remember, it's always a good idea to consult with a professional coin appraiser if you think you have something valuable. They can give you a better idea of your coin's true worth. So, that's everything you need to know about the 1977 Lincoln Cent penny and why it could be worth big money. If you have any 1977 pennies lying around, now might be the time to check them out. Who knows, you could be holding onto a rare gem worth thousands. We're diving deep into the fascinating world of rare coins, and we're focusing on a specific one that has collectors buzzing, the 1983 Lincoln penny. Did you know one of these sold for a jaw-dropping $80,600 at auction? Yes, you heard that right. So grab your coin jars, because this could be your lucky day. Before we get into what makes this penny worth so much, let's talk a little about the history of the 1983 Lincoln Cent. By 1983, the U.S. Mint was no longer making pennies out of mostly copper due to rising material costs. Instead, they switched to a core of zinc coated with a thin layer of copper. This change happened in 1982, but the process wasn't exactly seamless. During the early years of the zinc-copper transition, there were several minting errors, and some of these errors turned out to be incredibly valuable. One of the most famous examples is the 1983 penny with a rare minting mistake. So, what makes the 1983 penny sell for tens of thousands of dollars? It's all about a rare error called a double die reverse. This means that the back of the penny, the side with the Lincoln Memorial, was struck twice, but slightly misaligned, creating a noticeable doubling effect on certain details. Cut to close-up images of a double die reverse penny. Highlight areas like the words 1 cent and United States of America. You can see the doubling on the lettering, especially on words like 1 cent and United States of America. These doubling errors are what collectors look for, and they can increase a penny's value astronomically. Now, let's talk about the big money. In 2017, one of these 1983 double die reverse pennies sold at auction for a whopping $80,600. That's enough to buy a luxury car or even a house in some areas. Cut to footage of an auction setting or display the auction house's name and details of the sale. This particular penny was in pristine condition, graded MS67 by the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, which means it was almost flawless. The combination of its rare error and excellent condition made it a hot commodity among collectors. Now, you're probably wondering, do I have one of these pennies? Here's how you can find out. Cut to a table with a magnifying glass, a regular 1983 penny, and a double die reverse penny. Check the year. It has to be a 1983 penny, of course. Use a magnifying glass or microscope to closely examine the reverse side of the penny. Look at the lettering. Do you see any doubling on 1 cent, United States of America, or e pluribus unum? Step 3. If you think you have a match, consider having your coin professionally graded by PCGS or NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Corporation. So, what's the current market value of a 1983 double die reverse penny? While the record sale was $80,600, most examples won't fetch quite that much. The value depends on the coin's condition and grade. Here's a breakdown. If your penny has noticeable wear and tear, it will be worth less, but it could still sell for hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Before we wrap up, here are some quick tips for all you coin enthusiasts out there. Always check your change. You never know what treasures you might find. Invest in a good magnifying glass or digital microscope. Keep your coins in protective holders to prevent damage. Join a coin collecting community to stay updated on rare finds and market trends. So, is it time to dig through your coin jars and piggy banks? You might just strike gold, or in this case, copper and zinc. If you found this video helpful, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more content on rare coins, collectibles, and hidden treasures. Let me know in the comments, what's the most valuable coin you've ever come across? Video, we're diving deep into the 1997 VDB Lincoln penny, a coin that's stirring up excitement in the collector's market. Did you know that one of these pennies recently sold for a whopping $60,600? Yes, a single penny worth more than some cars. Stick around to find out what makes this coin so valuable and how you can spot one in your collection. The 1997 VDB Lincoln penny is part of the iconic Lincoln Memorial Cent series, which was minted from 1959 to 2008. The D Mint mark indicates it was struck at the Denver Mint. In 1997, billions of these pennies were produced, making them a common coin, or so it seems, but here's the kicker. Not all 1997 VDB pennies are created equal. While most are worth just 1 cent, a few rare examples are worth thousands, even tens of thousands of dollars. So what makes these pennies so special? The value of a 1997 VDB penny skyrockets if it has unique characteristics that collectors love. Let's break it down. Rare minting errors can turn an ordinary penny into a collector's dream. These include, this happens when the design is stamped twice, causing a doubling effect on letters, numbers, or design elements. These occur when the coin isn't properly aligned during minting, leaving part of the design missing or misaligned. These are small cracks or blobs of metal caused by worn-out dies. The condition of the coin plays a massive role in its value. Coins graded as MS67 or higher, mint state, near perfect condition, are incredibly rare and highly sought after. The penny that sold for $60,600 was in immaculate condition, graded MS67 Plus read by PCGS, one of the top grading agencies. Collectors look for pennies with a vibrant red color, referred to as red in grading terms. Over time, most pennies turn brown or develop spots, but a 1997 VDB penny with its original red luster is extremely rare. In 2019, one lucky collector struck gold, or should I say copper, when their 1997 VDB penny sold at auction for $60,600. What made this coin so valuable? It was nearly flawless, with an MS67 Plus red grade dot. It had no visible blemishes, scratches, or spots. Its rarity at this grade level made it highly desirable to serious collectors. Keep in mind that not every 1997 VDB penny will fetch this kind of price. But even lower grade mint error coins or pennies in excellent condition can still be worth hundreds or thousands of dollars. Now that you know what to look for, here's how to check your 1997 VDB pennies for value. Use a magnifying glass or coin loupe to check for doubling, misaligned strikes, or other mint errors. Look for scratches, discoloration, or wear. The closer it looks to brand new, the better. If you think you've got a winner, consider sending it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. They'll evaluate and certify your coin, which can significantly increase its market value. So, what's the current market value for a 1997 VDB penny? Here's a quick breakdown. Top tier coins, MS67 Plus red. These are the jackpot coins, with the potential to sell for tens of thousands of dollars. just like the $60,600 penny. So what are you waiting for? Start digging through your coin jars, rolls, or even that pile of change in your car. Who knows, you might be sitting on a small fortune. If you find anything interesting, let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear your stories. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more coin collecting tips and tricks. We're talking about a very special coin, one that could be worth a jaw-dropping amount of money. Yes, I'm talking about the 2005 Lincoln Cent penny with a mint mark that's catching collectors' eyes and making headlines in the coin collecting world. So what's the big deal about this 2005 penny? First, let's break it down. The 2005 Lincoln Cent, also known as the Memorial Reverse Penny, is part of the long-running Lincoln Penny series that started back in 1909. While billions of pennies were minted in 2005 across various mint locations, not all pennies are created equal. Some of these coins are worth their weight in gold, figuratively speaking, of course. Now, most 2005 Lincoln pennies you'll find will have a D for the Denver Mint or no mint mark at all, which means it was minted in Philadelphia. But the real treasure we're looking at today is a rare variety of the 2005 penny, identified by its mint mark or specific minting error. This could be a double die error, a rare proof coin from the San Francisco Mint, or a unique variant that makes it extremely valuable to collectors. So what makes this penny worth as much as $50,600? Here are the key factors. Some 2005 pennies exhibit rare errors like doubling on the obverse, the front side with Lincoln's portrait, or reverse, the memorial building. These are called double die errors, and they're highly sought after by collectors. A 2005 penny graded as MS69 or higher by organizations like PCGS or NGC can fetch astronomical prices. A high grade means the coin is almost flawless, as if it just rolled off the minting press yesterday. The coin collecting world is buzzing about these rare finds, and auctions have seen prices skyrocket for unique 2005 pennies. Okay, so now you're wondering, do I have one of these valuable coins? Here's what to look for. Use a magnifying glass or microscope. Check for doubling on the letters Liberty, the date 2005, or the words "In God We Trust." Some pennies might have unusual mint marks, misplaced mint marks, or even missing ones, which can all add to their value. Is the coin shiny with no scratches? That's a good sign. The closer it is to uncirculated, the higher the grade and the value. If you think you have a rare find, send it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC to confirm its authenticity and value. Let's talk about the current market value. According to recent auction results, a 2005 Lincoln penny with a rare mint error was sold for an astounding $50,600. Even if your coin isn't worth quite that much, lesser varieties or pennies in great condition can still fetch hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Here are a few tips if you're interested in diving into the coin collecting world or just want to make sure you don't miss a hidden treasure. Always check your pocket change and rolls of pennies from the bank. Invest in a good magnifying glass or digital microscope. Join online coin forums or communities to learn more about rare finds. Protect your coins in proper holders to maintain their condition. Who knows? You could be sitting on a small fortune. So there you have it, folks. The 2005 Lincoln Cent penny might just be the jackpot you've been looking for. Make sure to check your coins, and if you think you've found a rare one, don't hesitate to get it authenticated. We're focusing on the 2006 D Lincoln penny, the 1-cent piece that's making waves in the collector's market. First, let's get to know the basics. The 2006 D penny was minted in Denver, as indicated by the D mint mark just below the date on the coin's obverse side. This penny features the iconic image of President Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner, and has been in circulation since 1909. The reverse side showcases the Lincoln Memorial, a design that was used on pennies from 1959 to 2008 before the shield reverse was introduced in 2010. So why is this particular coin worth big bucks? The answer lies in a combination of rarity, errors, and condition. Let's break it down. Some 2006 pennies have minting errors that make them highly sought after by collectors. These errors include double die obverse, off-center strikes, and die cracks. For example, a penny with a noticeable double die error on Lincoln's face, or the lettering can skyrocket in value. Condition plays a massive role. Coins graded MS67 or higher by the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, are incredibly rare. These coins are essentially flawless, with no visible wear or damage, even under magnification. The highest graded coins are the ones fetching prices in the tens of thousands. The demand for high-grade modern pennies is increasing as collectors aim to complete their collections. Since few 2006 pennies have been preserved in mint state condition, the combination of rarity and demand drives up their market value. Let's talk about the record-breaking sale. In 2023, a 2006 Lincoln penny graded MS68 by PCGS sold for an astonishing $40,600 at auction. That's life-changing money for a coin most people wouldn't think twice about. This specific coin stood out because of its pristine condition and the absence of any noticeable flaws. It was one of the finest examples ever discovered. Now that you know the potential value, here's how to check if your 2006 penny is worth anything. Ensure the penny has a D mint mark below the year. Carefully inspect your coin for errors like doubling, die cracks, or off-center strikes. These can significantly increase its value. If your penny looks flawless, consider sending it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. Grading can verify its condition and authenticity. So what's the market like for 2006 pennies right now? While not every penny will sell for $40,600, even coins in slightly lower grades, like MS67, can fetch hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Online marketplaces like eBay often have 2006 pennies listed for anywhere between $50 and $2,000, depending on their condition and errors. But for the big money, professional grading and auction houses are the way to go. Before you start tearing through your piggy bank, remember, finding a high-value coin like this is rare, but it's not impossible. Always check your change and keep an eye out for those mint marks and errors. Who knows, your next penny could be worth a fortune. That's it for today's video. If you found this information helpful, make sure to like, share, and subscribe for more treasure hunting tips. Drop a comment below if you've ever found a rare coin. We'd love to hear your story. Thanks for watching and happy hunting.